Okay, back for yet another review. This time, we're going to go ahead and review a fingerprint reader. I've always wanted a fingerprint reader, mainly for the fact of convenience. Now, since I bought RoboForm, and that was a previous review, I had to keep entering my master password every time. I'll show you here. You go into Firefox under RoboForm, and you want to log into Amazon. It prompts you for the master password. Now, in my case, I have it a sentence, so it's easy to remember and fairly strong. A sentence like, I don't care about entering passwords, or something. But the problem is, every time I'd have to enter it, type it on the keyboard. Now, I would only have it ask for it every time I would close Firefox, so I wouldn't have to enter it every single time. Ideally, I'd kind of like it if it would forget that I entered the password every 2 minutes. Every 15, 20 seconds. But then I'd have to keep re-entering the same password over and over and over again. So I thought I would love to buy a fingerprint reader to make this process a whole lot simpler. And I'll show you how this works. Here's the fingerprint reader here. It's very small, and the installation is very easy. So essentially all you do is once you have it all set up to enter your password in the box, which I do, so we're going to go ahead and tell it to log into Beta News. So you click it, you take your finger, and you swipe. Boom. It then proceeds to log you in. Now, you can also lock your computer screen too. For instance, I'm not sure if this is going to cut the video off. I'm not going to show that because it might kill the screen video. But yeah, when you're on your login screen on XP7 or Vista, you swipe your finger, boom. What's even kind of fun is how fast it reacts. So for instance, if we close Firefox and open it back up, and then try to log into another website, oh, it wasn't long enough yet, but that's okay. And then along with I think how you pronounce this is Eikon, E-I-K-O-N, is some software, some fairly basic software. Problem is I went to install 64-bit and I either couldn't find it or I wanted some updated software, and I for the life of me could not find the updated version on their website. So I kind of gave in and paid $20 for the Pro version. And the Pro version is really, really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And here's the Pro version. Now, when you log in, and after you already set it up, it wants your fingerprint to finalize it. There, see? Sensor. So what's kind of nice is how fast you can actually do your finger. So let me go ahead and do this. Success. And in here you can manage your identities, you can manage your passwords. And I'll show you how this works when you initially, let me open up a box here. And let me just say I wanted to use my login name and my password for, I don't know, let's go back to Beta News. Okay, we're going to go ahead and sign in somewhere. Where the heck did the sign in spot go? We're going to go ahead and log out first. Okay, log in. Now let's just assume we don't want to use RoboForm. We just want this program to remember it. And you can do this with any blank password field, much like I did in RoboForm. Basically, you just swipe your finger once like you want to swipe it. I might have already set that up. Such a bad example. Let's just take example like a Google search. If I want to swipe my finger in that box, it's going to say, what do you want to do with that box? Well, if it's a password box, you can say go ahead and register it. And it opens it up and you choose next. Now it'll say whenever you swipe your finger, perform this action in the box. In this case, we'd say we want to type in, a word. I don't know, the password. In this case, we'll just do test. And then you always want it to submit the form when you get done, and we're going to go ahead and test it. Register the name Google, So now technically if I swipe my finger in that box, it's going to put test. Here we go. You can register all of your fingers or one of your fingers, and I'd recommend you do only more than one in case you get your finger cut off. Now, as far as the password manager goes, use this only as a luxury and a convenience. For instance, RoboForm. I use it because I know the password that's entering, so if it doesn't work or if the thing breaks, I can always type it in manually. Just don't use this as your only method of logging in. It really sucks if it were to break, you didn't know your password. One last thing is you can go ahead and we're going to go ahead and do a text document. And you can actually encrypt this. So we're going to say add new encrypted archive. And it spits out, let's see, we're going to keep the original, spits out this. So if this was something important that you wanted to encrypt and you wanted to unlock with your finger, we just did it. So let's go ahead and go to open it up. It's going to say please swipe your finger, and we're going to swipe it. And now we can open the text document. Here it is. I really love this thing. It supports both 32, 64-bit. Not sure about Linux, but it does XP, Vista 7, the whole shebang. Actually, when you put it in, Windows 7 goes out and finds the correct driver for you. So that is really, really cool. Well, that's just a sample of a fingerprint reader. I recommend you guys all go get one. They're so handy and so secure too, because it just adds a much better layer of security. And the product is Eikon. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But it retails on Amazon for, I think, $46. Let's go ahead and just type it in, Eikon. There it is. And that is the little doohickey. Well, I hope you enjoyed the review, and see you next time.